We are monitoring around about 2,000 channels. We can put any format alongside each other on the same server. We don't have to create islands of, well, this monitors OTT, this monitors the environment monitors anything we want. The Foxtel Group serves about 4.5 million customers in Australia. We have a satellite delivery platform and we have OTT delivery platforms which serve a number of apps. 2 years ago we started on this project that was to re-platform. We had to get out of that building because the lease was coming up essentially, and we wanted to move and modernise, and we just couldn't do it within the space we had. So we've moved across to 2 new data centre sites, geographically dispersed from each other, one of them being here in Artarmon. The second one is our Oxford Falls facility, which gave us a better redundancy moving forward and a better resilience to any sort of incidents or crises that might happen in the future. Also, one of the considerations was to move to full IP platforms, but with the move to IP, we just came with the huge metadata that's enriched with it. And how do we get into that and see that? Because from our standpoint, it was a steep learning curve to understand, well, what do we need to know? One case in point at the moment is around SCSI and getting more visibility and data around that. We can go in there and we can just find the data, and we're fixing problems, or at least presenting to the people the data that they require to understand things better and to fix problems, really. So we use TAG to monitor our contribution feeds. We can do the full inspection of the entire transport stream from bottom to top, so we can see when captions are missing, we can see when they're not sending the right thing. From an operations standpoint, they've loved it, because previous workflow, they were going onto iPads and tablets and pressing play. Oh yep, it started, but now it's hands off, automation takes care of it, presents to them and says, yep, we're up and running. It saves them a bunch of work. Working alongside TAG and asking this is what we need and what we want, and getting that delivered within MCS has been, really good. And I think without it, we just would have struggled to manage our environment. A single interface was the big win. We've used TAG to be able to look at that full signal path, and an operator can quickly see where the issue may be coming from, because it will present and say, this is coming from play out, this is coming from source or distribution. Fully monitoring our complete content supply chain all the way through the facility, and all of that data is then logged into an elk stack. We have the data that we can go back and say, well, this is why it happened. So we're getting a lot more productive and a lot more efficient in being able to triage and fix issues when they do arrive. I think working with TAG has been pretty cool. The level of support that we've had, there was never a question that was just sort of too hard, or it was not answered, or it was just dismissed. For me and my team, it was always reassuring to be able to know that we had someone to talk to and they would listen.